Yo, what's going on, Alien Race? How you guys doing? This video is going to be about patch 1.1, so be sure to stay tuned. Check link in the description to check the detailed patch notes. I'm just going to be going over all the things I agree and disagree on. So starting off with the new content, we've got a Blast variant for Crait. Crait is now on Blast game modes only, not Heroes vs Villains or Strike. I feel as if this should have been added in with the Last Jedi DLC anyway, but it's kind of nice. You can play Blast on Crait now. Item Versio's now got a TIE Fighter in Starfighter Assault. It costs 5,000 credits to unlock that TIE Fighter. It's kind of nice that they're adding story elements into multiplayer. I do like that indeed. Starting off with the heroes, there's plenty of nerfs here. Finn has had a big nerf. Finn's reduced base damage for his weapon from 65 is now 45, so that's the base damage. His Deadeye shot's also been nerfed, which I'm happy about. That's from 40 to 30, and I do agree with that. Phasma's had reduced the heat generated per shot for her F11D. I don't know where her tweak for her staff ability is, because that staff ability still feels so weird and wrong to use, so I hope that they do address that fix quite soon. I was hoping for a fix in this patch, obviously not. Lando's had a bug fix, nothing huge. His maximised efficiency was not properly granting cooldown reduction. Boba Fett's had a massive nerf once again. His damage for the rocket barrage was per rocket from 90 to 78. Again, do we need this nerf for Boba Fett? Personally, I don't think so, just because in Heroes vs Villains, I think there's enough counters to Boba Fett. We've got the likes of Chewie, we've got the likes of Finn and Lando, all to counter Boba Fett. And now he's just going to be useless in Galactic Assault, I feel, because his rocket barrage is his main weapon of dealing damage. Yes, it can still one-hit heroes, but you have to have like a tier 3 or above star card for the rocket barrage itself. Now, if they were going to nerf it like this, they could have at least buffed his blaster damage, because his blaster doesn't do enough damage as it should. So I disagree with this Boba Fett nerf. Some people don't mind it, but I disagree. And I think if they did nerf it like this, they should have added in a buff for his blaster. The Wookiee warriors, they have had a nerf, a much needed nerf I must admit, because they're basically a smaller and cheaper version of Chewbacca at that rate. They deal less damage the further away they are, so the closer you get to a Wookiee warrior, the more in danger you are, I guess. So just stay away from Wookiee warriors if you're a hero, or you can also get the jump on them and kill them or whatever. Specialists, this is a cool addition. Reduced size of scope glint. That's a nice little addition. I felt as if the scope glint was always way too over the top, and you can see it through the smoke on Crait. You can see it across the map, so I'm happy that they have reduced the size of the scope glint, because if you're a specialist and if you're a specialist player, everyone will be shooting you from across the map, because all they can see is a big massive glint facing their direction. Heavy, much needed nerf here. They've reduced the size of area of effect of supercharged and explosive sentry, thank goodness for that. And they've also increased the heat per shot for the supercharged sentry. I'm happy that they have addressed the heavy supercharged and explosive sentry being way too overpowered. The amount of people that run around corners, there's nowhere to be seen, but they're still getting hit by a supercharged or explosive sentry. Officer has a reduced explosion damage when turret is destroyed. That's kind of nice, from 150 to 25, so that's kind of nice. Because a lot of people did die just because their turret blew up, and they're quite a bit away from it. So the weapons that have been nerfed are the CR2 and the Blurg. Now the CR2 and the Blurg, of course, everyone was complaining that these weapons need a nerf, and they've finally done it. Everything about these weapons now will be more balanced, so I'm happy about that. Barrage has had a slight increase in explosion damage from 55 to 100, but the barrage has been reduced from its inner blast radius from 3.5 to 2 meters. I don't know anyone that uses barrage really, but there you go. Trip mine increased the number of mines that can be deployed at the same time from 1 to 2, that's kind of nice. Raised the time until the mines disappeared after death from 5 to 15 seconds, so if you're a trip mine user, there you go, they have been buffed slightly. Now there's a couple of changes that they've not announced in the patch notes, so we'll just go over them right now. Mos Eisley on Tatooine now has a night map. I don't know why that's not in the patch notes, but that's kind of nice. I'd like to see that at night. Mos Eisley has a night map, and also the second change is when you get a milestone, basically a pop-up or a window will appear in the game letting you know that that milestone or challenge has now been completed. Now, in general, I feel as if that this patch wasn't really great. It was, yeah, they did address some major issues like the CR2 and the blurg, but I just feel as if that they were not. They could have done a lot more. Like Palpatine's nerf, a lot of people were raging at the DICE just because you can still fire lightning through objects and walls to hit other players. It doesn't make sense. But main things I got out of this is Finn's Deadeye's been nerfed. I do appreciate that. The brand new content, the Crait map, and of course Iden Versio's TIE Fighter. And Boba Fett, I just don't feel as if that was right. The Wookiee Warriors did need a nerf, happy that they got that. And the massive one that annoyed me the most was the heavy, supercharged and explosive sentry. I'm glad that they have got a nerf. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Leave a comment below what you think about the whole patch 1.1. Overall, I felt as if it wasn't very good and there could have been a lot more added in. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Peace.